27 next month. It's now 32. Kids, 18 to 32. How cool is that? Kids, 18 to 32. The older I get, the more true that is. I'm just saying. But anyway, so thank you for that, and I thought you'd want to know. So in Israel, New Year's is called, do you know what it's called? It's got another name to it. Yeah, I know. Exactly. It's called Rosh Hashanah, which is because that is the New Year. They don't really do the secular New Year. And but when they do, it's called something different. They call it Sylvester. And I never knew why it was called Sylvester, so I looked that up. And there's someone here who did a interview with a whole bunch of people about whether or not they celebrate Sylvester in Israel. And what I found out that I didn't know is that the holiday Sylvester was named for an important historical figure. The guy's name was Pope Sylvester. It was Saint Sylvester Day, December 31st. He was most infamously known for convincing Constantine to prohibit Jews from living in Jerusalem. Boo. Prohibit Jews from living in Jerusalem. Boo. Yeah, well, that's the point. They say, ironically, those who brought this name for New Year's Eve with them from Europe were not likely to have been doing much celebrating on Sylvester, as it was sometimes dedicated to anti-Jewish rioting. So it's rare that people celebrate it in a big way in Israel, so it's okay if you don't have to. You want to stay home. I think this year I'm going to pretend that midnight is noon. I'm going to do celebrating just before, like, blow horns at noon and then get to go to sleep early. I think that's a good way to do it. But that's a little Israeli trivia for you for today. But I'm going to ask you one other question. Did you do anything today, and I'm not going to pick on you personally unless you want to tell me about it, but did you do anything today to make the world a better place? Did you do anything today to make the world a better place? So you can think big if you want. Maybe some of you did your end of the year donations and you just saved all of Africa or something, or something small, like put out some food for a stray animal. So put out but there's probably something that you did, and if not, I want you to start thinking about that. I want you to start thinking about making your days be days where you do something good in the world, something to make the world a better place. And it could be for the people that are sitting near you, the ones that you love. It could be for somebody you don't know. But make the world a better place every day. It's not hard to do, because as Sydney likes to tell me, life is good. You can do this. You can make the world a better place every single day, in some small ways or big ways. And think about it. Shabbat is a wonderful time to reflect again about what you did. It's not a bragging time, but it's you get this added soul on Shabbat and you feel better. It's a good way to feel better. I don't want you to spend Shabbat thinking about all the things you could have done to save the world. I want you to think about, for Shabbat, things you did that were helpful in the world. And it could have just been cleaning up your room and, taking out the trash, whatever it was that made the world a better place. So having said that, now since we're all exhausted from having made the world a better place, we're going to take a deep breath and let it out slowly. It's supposed to be in through your nose, out through your mouth. Try it again. Out through your mouth. Tuesday, we have this Together Tuesday thing now, the first Tuesday of every month. And one of the things we've been doing are these breathing meditations as part of it. And they give us things to think about. So tonight, because I suggested that you're thinking about ways you made the world a better place, you can breathe in and say, I can, and let it out by saying, make the world a better place. And you could do it like that if you want. Or it could just be Shabbat, Shalom. But I want you to breathe. I want you to relax. I want you to be calm. And so having calmed ourselves, we are going to invite Tammy Courtney and Barry Suckle to come up and help us bless the candles and the stuff that stands up for, pretends to be wine. I think we're going to do service 2. Yeah. which turns us to page 65 for the candles. Our tradition is, if you can, please stand. If you can't, then you stand with us in spirit. And I set up the microphone, but I didn't set up the microphone. There you go. Now it's on.
Okay. All these candles give light to all who behold them. So may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvoto v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Amen.
Let there be joy.
Let there be light.
Let there be peace.
Let there be Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And we're going to be turning to pages 167 and 166. But before we start that, in our house and in many houses when you do this at home, this is where you bless your children. And we are all children here, and not all of us have parents to bless us. So I want you to look at a guy, and I want you to say, if you can, you're going to get close, you're going to say, you can say it in Hebrew, Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim u'chemanasheh. No? Or you can say it in English, say, may you be like Ephraim and Manasseh.
Like Ephraim and Manasseh?
And I want you to turn to a lady or a person or a female or a girl, and I want you to say, I'm sneaking through, Yisimcha, Yisimech Elohim, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, and Rachel. May God make you like Sarah, Rivka, Leah, and Rachel. You could do that in English. And now we turn to pages 167 and 166, and we do the Kiddush. Yes, sir. Nice job. Part of the reason why I'm asking you to do that is that's part of the Torah portion for tomorrow.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen. Wait, no, do the whole one. You're not cheating like that.
Oh,
You have to do this whole thing.
Okay.
We praise you.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work, and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
L'chaim. I heard you trying to say Shabbos every time. I like that about you. It wasn't enough for two people anyway. You now may be seated, but you have to say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with, someone you didn't come in with. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Yikes. That went all the way over there. We turn back now to page 66. And we're going to figure out a way to sing the Shabbat Bride song. Do any of the Mirovs want to come up and help sing the Shabbat Bride song? Anybody? You don't have to. Come on, you could do this. I know you can. We're on page 66. Yay! Come on, you could do this. Do you need a thingy? Does he need a thingy? Do you need a thingy? I don't think if you're going to need it. Let's just do this. And be by a microphone and sing. Oh, you got it. Go ahead. Dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabla. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabla. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכוון אלך, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Wake up. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. You don't have to walk in, but here she comes. You don't have to look, but here she comes. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Did I say miravs or muzzles? Oh, good. Phew. Afterwards, I thought, what did I say? I don't even remember. Nice job. Let you be put on the spot like that. We continue on page 67. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness and of the impulse within us for justice and mercy, we pray that this hour of worship may be one of vision and inspiration. Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in search and in need, all who bring to this place the offering of their hearts. May our worship here lead us to fulfill our words with intentions with acts of kindness, peace, and love. Amen. This sounds like a good one. It's very inspiring for a new year. We've come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice. Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope. We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with differing feelings and insights, and yet we're not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage. Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single chorus, and we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love. May our celebration bring us strength along our way. In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good. May our celebration lead us to work for the good, and may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel. Is that working? Now it is. מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Many are the generations of Israel. Yay! And in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in this sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times, if we but open our minds to you. We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows. May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth. May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrei chiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chaed chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'meru, amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach, la'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpahar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemeh dekudesha, brichu, leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'yemiru, amen. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens in awe and wonder. Our hearts cry out, Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth. A vast universe. Who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us? And yet, within us abides a measure of your spirit. You are remote, but oh, how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of the evening we seek the light of your presence. One and only God, you've made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love. We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malachuto, Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated, but I could use some Yurav help again, please. Will you come? So meanwhile, while they're coming, let me tell you, part of the reason we say that second line of the Shema quietly is because of today's Torah portion. There is a moment where Jacob is dying. It's rare that we have never seen anyone knowing that they're dying in the Torah before, and Jacob is dying. And he's afraid because he's in Egypt, and he's convinced. I mean, he knows he's a patriarch. He knows he's supposed to carry on what God had told them to do, and now he's afraid that the family is going to lose their ways and forget what they were supposed to be there for. And so he says, will you still be Jewish? And his son said to him, Shema Yisrael, listen Israel. That's the name that he was given. That was his spiritual name, the name where he struggled with God. They say, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai is our God, only Adonai. And so he felt better and he died in peace. Come on, you want to climb up? I'll move out of the way. All right, ready? Go. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Great job. So I forgot the punchline of the story. I forgot to tell you the punchline. The punchline is, the sons all say to him, listen, Dad, listen, Israel, Adonai is our God, only God. And he quietly on his deathbed with his final breath says, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchut Olam Vayed. Blessed is God's glorious kingdom forever and ever. He died satisfied knowing that his kids were going to keep on his traditions. That's the way the story goes. Let's continue on page 73. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love. From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us. Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed. May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses and Miriam and Israel sang at the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh, Nora tehilot osef eleh. Malechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe zelianu vehameru Adonai himloch Adonai himloch leolam va'ed. V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands. the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית העולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh HaKol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bringing nearer to a realization the great hope inherited from ages past, for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are the source of life and blessing. Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children. You are the support of the falling. Help us to lift up the fallen. You are the author of freedom. Help us to free the captive. You are our hope in death as in life. Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are Kadosh, holy. Your name is Kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be Kadoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomerei, Shomerei, Shomerei Shabbat Korei oneg Shabbat Mekadeshi, Mekadeshi Shvi Shabbat Kulam Yisbehu V'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomere, shomere, shomere Shabbat, kore honeg Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat. Chemdat yamim, oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, shomere, shomere Shabbat, kore oneg Shabbat. Zecher lemase v'reshit Shabbat. Zecher lemase v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, shomere, shomere Shabbat, kore honeg Shabbat. God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. This is your part, 79. You could do this. Do I have to start again? May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and to do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and for its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. We take a moment of silent prayer, prayers we came in with. Iu l'ratson imre fi v'hegion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Tzuri v'gohali, Adonai tzuri v'gohali. May the words of of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, be acceptable to you. God, my rock and my redeemer. God, my rock and redeemer. This time in our service, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating. I invite you to turn to the inside back cover of our prayer book, and I turn off the microphone for a moment to announce our names. People for whom we are If you have other names that you would like us to include in our prayers, I invite you to call them out. For all these names, for the names we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. And we add, Misheberach avotenu v'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. May they return home safely. And let us say, Amen. So, did you make resolutions for this holiday that's sometimes called Sylvester for horrible reasons? Nope. Yes, no? Nobody? No. So the Reform Movement sent this thing, and I was going to ask you what you thought about it. They sent out a thing that says 6 Jewish resolutions for the secular New Year. And it's written by Kate. I'm presuming that we pronounce her name Bigam, B-I-G-A-M, and the last name is K-A-P-U-T. So what would you say for that? Kaput. That's what I would say. I don't know if it's kaput or kaput, but I would say kaput. But I give her credit anyway. This is what she said. So she talks about making New Year's resolutions, and number 1, she says, become a more observant Reformed Jew. She says, have you been meaning to join a synagogue but just didn't make... Who's reading this who hasn't joined a synagogue? I don't know. The Friday nights where you can't make it to shul, this is a good one. Try observing the day of rest with resources. They've got resources for Shabbat home experiences if you can't go. We've got streaming. Prepare for Jewish holidays. Ask the rabbi some questions. That makes you a better Reformed Jew. Learn more about Jewish rituals and life cycle events. Teach other people. That could be your mitzvah for the day. Share with each other. You know, a lot of the people in this congregation have different ways of doing things, and I think we could all share with each other. That's not what they suggested. That's my suggestion. I don't know how my congregation can be better, more observant Reformed Jews. I'm just saying. So we already covered that one. Number 2, they say make a commitment to social justice. As you know, that's one of our priorities in the Reform movement. It's one of the ways that we are Jewish, is by taking care of the world better. We've got a number of opportunities coming up. Wait till you see the bulletin. It'll happen, I promise. It's done. They're suggesting that you study Torah more often. Let me tell you, and some of you here are regular Saturday morning goers. Saturday morning is one of my favorite parts of the week. It's just wonderful, relaxed, it's kind of cool. We sit around the table. I like to say we talk, although sometimes I do the talking, but however it is that you do study, it's kind of interesting, it's fun. Although, unfortunately, this weekend, this Shabbat, as we hit the end of the year, the secular year, we also hit the end of Genesis. And I have to admit, Genesis has like the most fun stories. So if you were starting this week, it's all downhill. No, just kidding. Strengthen or start your relationship with Israel. Obviously, that's a priority. Israel is important, not just in the news today. It is our heart. How long has Jerusalem been the capital of Israel? 2 weeks? A month? 3,000 years. 3,000 forever. It's been the capital of Israel forever. It's really important that we know, I hate to say this, you didn't hear this coming from me, history. We need to know the history. It's our job to be responsible for being able to answer questions for people, understand why Jerusalem is so important to us, and it doesn't hurt my feelings to understand why it's also important to other people. I love that it's important to everybody. As soon as we had access to it, we made sure that everybody else had access to it, and I think that's important to know also. But anyway, strengthen our relationship with Israel. I really want this to be the year, it's going to be a resolution, that we go to Israel. Okay, so help me. They're also suggesting focusing on health and wellness. Part of Jewish tradition is to take care of ourselves, take care of each other, take care of ourselves. And then their last resolution is experiment, which is a scary word here, experiment with Jewish cooking. I don't know, the concept of experimenting in Jewish cooking sounds kind of scary, but why not? Experiment with Jewish cooking. That's a good idea. So those are the 6 Reformed Jewish resolutions. I hope that you have other ones, and I'm hoping that you'll share some things with me. I'm hoping that you don't have resolutions, that tomorrow and the day after that is just going to be another day, and that every day you're going to find a way to make the world a better place. I hope that's what's going to happen. Mr. President, that's how long the list is. You want to stay there and I'll zoom through it? Or that's how long your list is. It's a ridiculously long list. Sorry? It's become Yiddish. It comes from the German, and as you know, Yiddish is a dialect that came from German. That's yours. Wow. I know. That's because part of you're going to be here for a while. That's because you got all year.
Thank you, Tammy and Barry.
Are we on? Yeah.
Religious school and Hebrew classes will not meet again until after the school winter break. The office will be closed Monday.
Yeah, here you go. I think so. Oh.
No?
You're doing a good job of shouting, though. That was good.
Still not on. That's okay.
That's off. Is it on? Now it's
No.
on. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, back
The
there.
office will be closed Monday in observance of the federal holiday. The first Tuesday of the month is a Together Tuesday. Please join Rabbi Jana under the Texas Street Bridge in front of Le Bon Temps Coffee Shop at 6 p.m. this Tuesday. Could be cold, right?
I was going to say, if it's cold, we might be inside Le
cold.
Bon Temps Coffee Shop.
People of all faiths and backgrounds gather together because we don't always have opportunities to talk or pray together. Next Friday is Simcha Shabbat, when we bless and celebrate with everyone with birthdays or anniversaries in January. Next Saturday, January 6th, we will not have Torah study or service because we have been invited to Simcha at Agudath Achim. Dr. Pamela Aber, is that right?
That's right. Okay. That was very good.
Is being called to the Torah as an adult bat mitzvah. Service begins at 10 a.m. The Agudath Achim Sisterhood is hosting a Kiddush luncheon honor of the Simcha. There will be a book club meeting on January 9th at 7 p.m. They will be discussing the Radetzky March by Joseph Roth. B'nai Zion, the Jewish Federation, and the Agudath Achim Men's Club are co-sponsoring a trip to the new Civil Rights Museum in Jackson, Mississippi. Thanks to the generosity of the community organizations, your fee will only be $10 for the bus and the museum. It will only be $5 for children 18 and under. We will also have lunch before we visit the museum. The trip is Sunday, February 18th, which is the Sunday of President's Day weekend. However, the deadline for reservations is January 12th, so that we can reserve the bus and the museum passes in time. Your check is your reservation. The bulletin may not make it into your mailbox by the first of the month, but it will be posted online. If you would like to make a donation to B'nai Zion or pay your annual pledge and be credited for the tax year 2017, remember that you can make payments online by going to the BZ website. On behalf of the B'nai Zion Board, we wish you a happy and healthy 2018. Donations were made to B'nai Zion or for pulpit flowers in loving memory of Milton Abrams and Janet Abrams by Gary Abrams and family, in loving memory of Leo Kent by Sidney Kent and family, and in loving memory of Gertrude Siegel Scheinberg by Mimi Miriam. Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you. That was very good. I don't think you're ever going to have to do that long again all year long. That's my promise. Not till next year. Just kidding. We had to tell you some of these things because you're not going to know about it until the bulletin, but I think that we're covered. All right, so now if you feel like you're young enough to boing up, which means I'm going to include if you're 13 and under, if you want, and you feel like boing up and helping me open up the ark for the Aleinu, please boing. Come on, come on. Everybody else is turning to page 148 while the youngins are boinging. Or sleeping. Some youngins are sleeping. Come on up, help us open up this ark. When the ark is open, we've got very unboingy kids today. Come on, boing, let's go. Come on, help me up here. Chun, 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 chun. Oh, look at those boots. Hold on. Who's coming? Thank you. You coming up? Not coming up? All right, please rise for the Aleinu, page 148. Ready? Yeah, look at those Torahs. They're beautiful. Ready? Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malachei hamalachim hakadosh baruch hu. And on the facing page we sing v'nemar v'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yihya Adonai echad u'shemo echad. When the ark is closed, you may be seated. Nice job. Very nice job. Thank you for doing that. It is an honor. So we continue on page 150. 151. We already did 150. Well, we skipped. It is the end of the year. It's a heavy heart, with a heavy heart, that I tell you that we lost 33 people in the line of duty serving in our military this year. 33 people. We lost 124 people who were serving as police officers. 124. We also lost 23 canine officers this year. And we lost 93 firefighters. Those are the people who run into danger so that we can be safe. May their memories be a blessing. May their families be consoled. May we be forever grateful that we have heroes like them. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. I like the one on page 152. Does somebody want to hear a different one? What's your favorite one? Anybody? You have a favorite? 152 at the top, this is the one I like. When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but love and understanding can help us pass through the darkness toward the light. Out of affliction, the psalmist learned the law of God, and in truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silence in their presence, and when a word will assure them of our love and concern. Thus, even when they're gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wished to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us this past month. Have you heard that Irving Rosen passed away? He used to live here. We now know him as Beth Murov's father. Alice's wife, Alice's father-in-law passed away this week, Irving Rosen. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing your sites this week, this past week, include Milton Abrams, Louis M. Bodenheimer, Annie Gardsbane, Edith Gerson, Herman L. Harold, Sidney L. Harold, Bertha Kassoff, Regina B. Kaufman, Leah Kent, Thomas Douglas Kleban, Leah Langford, Theodore Mandel, Bill Mantenband, Harry Mittenthal, Mamie G. Perlstein, Gertrude Siegel Scheinberg, Frank Shaw, Horace Simon Sr., and Hyman Stein. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chaychon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'alev v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. La'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol ha'amim v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. I'm going to invite you up again if you are under 13. Yay. In order for us to celebrate together with some food that's waiting outside for us, we do this. Ready? You hold on to the bottom. Hold on to the bottom. Everybody hold on to the bottom. Ready? The bottom of that. Hold on to the bottom of this. Ready? All right, you want to start us?
Motzi lechem
In haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Now I hold this and you grab. Go ahead, take a piece. Everybody get a chunk. Okay, just take it. Take the whole thing and take it to your families. There's more where that came from for grown-up hands on the other table. I would like to invite everyone to please rise for the closing benediction. And I'm going to also acknowledge that I know that there are people who decided to stay home because it was freezing outside. So we're including them in this blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. May God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam.